So let's go against this engine yet again. Normally I'm an e4 player, but I think I'm gonna go with d4 in that one. e6. Okay, now we are in the French. So I kind of tricked him a bit. I could go for the Monte Carlo if he goes d5 with pawn d5, and c4. But I guess I would just go for the advanced. I mean, what is he gonna do? This? It's like an Alliachens without bishop g5, d5. I can ignore it. Play knight d7 or knight c3 or something. If I go here, bishop d3, d5, e5, knight d7, knight f3. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, e5 looks nice, but I don't really gain anything by doing this. So I'm gonna go with bishop d3. If d5... Well, I can't believe this. Okay, he's attacking this pawn. And I don't want to face stuff like... Well, do I have some Greek gift action here? If he castles, I go h4 with some terrible threats. So castles, h4, d6, still e5. I guess castles is not possible. Well, d5. I'm gonna go e5. If knight here, I'm gonna go knight d2. There is no way of taking advantage of this, and he has to take the knight. I take with the bishop, he castles, and I go h4. So knight d2. So I'm threatening takes, and bishop takes. He can go f5. Do I take en passant? Not that clear about it. Or I take the knight. Well, taking the knight is mad. So either I take en passant or I do something else. Well, I can reroute the knight to f1. Not that sure, I mean. Takes en passant is not bad. I think he has to go knight takes, and then he has this backwards pawn. I have to be sure that he can't push e5 that easily. He has bishop d6, e5, but I take en passant and go knight f1. I guess this doesn't do that much, but I think en passant is still my best bet in this position, so currently he can't go there. I can castle. I can castle. If somehow... I'm not sure. I can also go bishop b1 and queen c2. Probably castles and rook e1 is right. Playing a little bit positional stuff. Castles. Well, he has this open file. That's kind of annoying. What is if I go knight f1, castles, and bishop f4? Well, this is not that easy going in the line of the knights, but as far as I can see, he doesn't have discoveries. He can go knight g4, but I'm gonna go bishop g3, kick the knight. Well, knight here. 5 takes, knight takes, knight takes. I guess knight f1, bishop here. I mean, knight f1. What about c4, actually? So a3 and c4. a3, c4. Is that a plan? Could also go knight to the g5, but then e5 could be something for him. What about knight e5 on my part? Well, he's gonna take it. I take with the pawn. He goes knight g4. This he can't. I'm gonna take. So I can go knight e4, 5. If that's true, that's gonna be nice, because knight e5, knight 2, f3, reinforcing this knight. Put the bishop somewhere, maybe castle along. So knight e5, pawn e5, knight e7, queen h5, check, g6 is nothing. King f8 he can do, but then he's disconnected, so I can go knight e5. And I guess it's my safest course of action. And on knight f3, freeing up the bishop, strengthening my knight's position, and then go h4, g4, stuff like that. Right, okay. So this is kind of weakening his position a bit. I can go bishop c2, queen d3. He can go here yet again. Knight e4. Knight e4. I don't want to take it with the bishop. I could go h4, knight here anyway. Takes, pawn takes knight e5, queen h4. So h4 and knight here. I mean, do I have other moves? Knight h4, knight e5, knight here is not that bad. Getting my queen to h4 might be something. Getting my queen to h4. I can push g4 as well. And if knight g4, rook g1, h5, h3 goes back. I don't know. I mean, my position is pleasant in a lot of ways. So I can take the knight, takes, and go knight here. Hit the pawn, so he has to defend. And then I don't need those two knights there. And h5 knight here. h5 knight e4. Oh, that's not that great. The knight e4, I want to have f3. So my game plan is takes, knight there. He defends. I go bishop e3 maybe. With bishop c2 and f3 in mind, but I don't. Not sure. I mean, my knight is pretty nice here, but messing up his structure, putting the other knight to that square. So takes, knight here. Queen d6 is not really something. Bishop d7 he can do, or bishop b6. Both moves are looking terrible. So, what about knight here? Hits the rook. So rook f7, and this knight coming to e4 hits the rook again. So knight here, rook e8 probably. And then I put the other knight in. He takes a take with the pawn. He goes knight e4 and I go... Well, I have two candidate moves. The first one is to take this knight on c6. The other one is to go to g6. So knight g6, rook e8, knight e5, knight takes, pawn takes, hits the knight. So knight e5, knight e4. I don't want to go f3 that early. I can go queen h4. What is he gonna do? I don't really threaten that much. I can also... what about... I don't know, I need to get rid of this knight. That's for sure. I'm not sure, I mean... this is kind of a decision to make. I can probably also go bishop e3. Take on h... well, how about bishop h6, pawn h6, queen d2, king g7? It's not gonna be good for me. Knight takes knight. Or go to g6. Go to g6. With the knight, rook e8, knight e5, knight takes. Pawn takes, knight e5. f3. f3. I don't trust in f3 that much, but I also don't see a refutation of it. f3 goes to c4, hits the bishop. I don't really see it. I mean, I should probably take the knight and go knight e5. And if he pushes, and if he goes to e4, I go bishop e3, push f3, and if he goes to check, I can block, king takes. I mean, I don't know, those things are opening up for him. I mean, g4, g5 also looks kind of lucrative. I'm not sure. I should probably take the knight. Take the knight. Or go h4. h4 also looks kind of nice. h4, knight g6, and takes. Knight e4 hits f2. Right, I can go bishop h6, queen c2, takes. I don't know. There are many options I can choose upon. So well, the knight coming into e4 is not something I want. I can go queen e2 to prevent that. But knight c6, pawn c6, knight e5, bishop d7, queen e2, or queen h4. Well, queen h4 looks kind of nice. So I guess I'm gonna go in for this. Knight takes, pawn takes, knight here. Queen d7. I get this diagonal, so I guess I should do this. I mean, I'm going with my first instinct, but this is something I quite like. This bishop, he can go c5. No, not that sure about this c5. So I'm not worried about taking him on d4, and I'm not worried about him pushing c4. c4 might be the worst. He can take and push c5 again. So this is the time I have. So I guess bishop e3 could be the most logical move in the position. Followed up with queen d2 and castles. Well, queen d2. Well, if I go bishop e3, pawn takes c5, Queen c1. Probably. So I'm gonna go bishop e3. So I still have pretty nice position here. So I guess if I go queen bishop b1 and queen c2, he's gonna go knight e4. If I go there to c2, he's probably pushing c5 again. But whenever he goes knight e4, I have bishop, queen h4. So bishop c2, c5, queen here hits the pawn, but he has knight g4, so I guess bishop c2. If knight e4, I go bishop, queen h5. So he goes here. I don't really see that one as a good move. So, well, he obviously wants to go knight g4 after going after my bishop. So queen d2 takes knight g4. Can take this away by playing h3, and if takes knight d7. I have queen h4 covering the pawn, so I guess h3 should be the move here. I mean, I'm not that certain about it. What about queen? No, queen f3 is not that great because he goes to e4 with an attack on my queen. I want to go queen d2, but takes and knight g4 is kind of annoying. So h3 takes knight d7, queen here, takes knight here. What about f3? Takes this away as well. I mean, I'm not so sure about f3 always. No, f3 he cannot go to g4, but I can also go to h5. So I guess, I mean, if takes knight e4, I probably go to h4 anyway, and I could probably castle. Probably even better is to go to that square. So I guess I'm gonna go h3, take away that square, and if takes pawn takes knight e4, I go to g4. And in that case, I mean, what's the point of this? I don't see. I mean, first of all, I have knight g6, but that's not that great, I think. Then I have knight here, and the other thing I have is queen d2 castles. I should probably go queen d2, and if takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, knight e4. I don't know. I mean, takes is not that great as I think it is. So I want to get rid of this knight. So queen d2. I mean, what about knight here? Knight here is also not that stupid actually, because if takes, I have pawn takes, opening up the H file. But he might as well go e5. No, he can't. So knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, e5. I can probably do many things. The other thing I can do is pushing g4. What about knight here? The queen here. No, he goes to e4 with the tempo. I don't want to give up that bishop. What about g4? g4. I don't think that's gonna be good for me. I mean, I can also go f4, but this does not seem to be good either. Queen c1. The differences of the knight here: bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. I mean, he has several options, and I want a castle. So what about knight here? Knight takes. What about knight here? Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes, check. It's not that great. Knight here does go away of this stuff. And if takes, I can take with the pawn. I can take with the pawn. And if takes knight e4. It's not that terrible. Because I might have bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes, check. Or knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, and queen g4, or queen g4 immediately. Queen g4, e5. No, queen g4. There is the knight. Unfortunately, I can go to f3. I could go to e2, but what does it do? I can go g6 with the knight, hitting the rook. Hitting the rook. a4 takes, and rook a3. I don't trust this either. Taking the pawn is mad because it's losing the knight. I mean, I can go queen d2, knight e4, takes. Still have some pressure towards his position, but he is just exchanging everything. It's not what I want. Knight g4 is strongly my favorite currently. And if h5, can probably ignore it at a bit. g4 might also not be that terrible. I mean, I can go f3 now. I can go f3. And then my queen doesn't have access to those squares on the queen side anymore. So what am I doing? I mean, I can go knight here, knight takes, and queen g4. But his queen is a pretty annoying defender. But knight here, queen c7, that's not so great. I don't think that is. What about just castles? I don't really want to castle. At least not that direction. He has so many weaknesses on his position. I mean, g4 is not that stupid. If he takes and goes knight e4, I cannot use those squares because the g pawn is in the way. So in that case, it's kind of stupid. What about g3? If I mean, f4 is g3 before f4 is probably something. g3, f4. Well, g3 has the point of queen f3, queen g2, g4, g5. he doesn't have discoveries with the knight. I'm going with g3 here. I don't know, I mean, those two moves, they're not really harming my position, they're not that great either. I mean, here's takes. I could go f4. Don't really want to go f4. So knight here hits the rook. Or knight here, but then he has bishop takes. Pawn takes, no, well, it's defended by the pawn. So knight here is not that stupid. If knight takes, I have queen takes and pawn takes. He doesn't have bishop takes pawn. And if knight takes, I'm probably gonna go queen takes. So knight g4, h5. Knight takes and losing the h-pawn, so I'm gonna go knight g4. I have to hurry up here. If he allows my queen out in about, it's probably well. If he goes e5, it's not that bad. So knight here. Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes, it's the rook. I mean, I should definitely not castle. I could go f4, it's not that great because the pawn is hanging. I should take this knight, mess up his structure, and go bishop, queen here, and castle away. Yeah, I have to hurry up. If e5, it's not that bad. I always have ideas like takes, knight takes, checking queen g5, I can castle. He has no sacrifices which are working. And he has a pretty bad structure. If takes, bishop takes e5, it's not that great. Takes, pawn takes. Well, e5 and just go back with the bishop. e5 blocks his position. Hits the knight, but he doesn't want to take it, open up the h file for me. So, okay, h5, if I go here, it's not that great. What about knight here check? It's not so easy. I could castle, allow him to take it. Opens up the h file. I would gain something out of it. So what's the best move for me here? I can go queen g5. Queen g5 takes. And queen somewhere else. Can't really calculate that well. I have options. Queen here, pawn takes, pawn takes. What is he doing? e5? Probably. It's gonna go e5 whatever I do, probably. I mean, I could go throw in this check. Takes and go queen takes, but he goes queen here. Bishop g7, king g7, and queen here. Queen here immediately. I don't know. I mean, I have options. Bishop takes. King takes. Queen here. Check, king back, knight here check, rook takes, queen takes. I don't have that much. I'm not sure if the opening of the H file is winning for me. Probably it's not. So he takes, Fight castle. Takes. Not that sure. He can probably maybe run, or e5 is something. Probably takes. King takes. I don't know. I don't want to allow e5. Takes, king takes, and castles. No, I mean, knight here e5 is bad for me, so I can't go to e3. I have to go there, if anything. Bishop takes, king takes. Queen g5. Knight here takes. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna go bishop takes. I mean, whatever. Queen takes. What? Takes. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean, I can blunder it. I mean, my idea was to take this, but he takes the knight. And I can't even take back. That's the worst. Should probably just castle. Yeah, that's the time pressure. Time pressure, so I have the h-file, he gives a check, it's not gonna work for him. This is covered, my rooks are covering themselves. I cannot really develop the bishop that easily without blundering the e-pawn. There isn't much he can do, I can do as well. King here, what's that? I have a check? It's pretty useful. Probably. He goes to e3 to that square right here. What if I go back? Don't I? No, I can't. I can go to c7. Not sure how he's surviving this. Not sure how he is surviving this. I mean, queen d2 is a move. Rook takes. Well, that's not gonna work. I don't know what he is doing. Queen d2. I'm going back to b1. Queen d2, b1. Queen c3. Can I run? Can I run somehow? If I go to c3, he takes this with check. I go there. So c2 check. I get to b8. I don't know. I mean, if I can't run, I mean, if I go back, it's a draw. He goes just to d3, and the c-pawn is dropping anyway. He can't use the b1 square. My queen and bishop are covering everything. I think I should run. So there's only one way of checking me. I mean, bishop d7 doesn't do that much. So king here. Check, check. I go there, it doesn't matter, and I go to c3. He can maybe get the queens off. I mean, I could go there. And there without losing the a-pawn. Because if I go here, I have to go there anyway. If I go here, where's he gonna check me? King b1. Queen here, queen there. I'm not sure. I'll go there. By the way, just try, and after this check, go here. He doesn't have another check. Don't see it, so king here King there and queen there. Where is the check? Don't know. I mean, I go there. Rook b8. I mean, I don't really take it. I mean, even if I could, I'm not taking it. I'm just gonna go here. He gives the check over there. I'm going there. He gives the check over there. It's kind of bad that I missed that move. If I go here, he goes there. If I go here, he goes there, takes. I don't know. I mean, I can certainly not go to that rank. So I have to go here or there. If I go here, he gives a check right there. Then I go here, he gives a check, I go there. He can check me all the time. But in the end, I mean, I don't know. Probably I'm winning. But it's not that easy. Queen here, queen there, that's bad. So, probably going there, yes. So the question is, if I go here, he gives the check, I go there, he goes there. That's bad. That's bad. I mean, even this is not that clear. But it's not that what I want. If I go here, he gives a check. If he gives a check with the queen, it's probably bad for him. Because I just exchange. And if his bishop stands here, it's not... He can check me like this. And I'm probably gonna go here and there, and he's maybe running out of checks. I mean, this rook sacrifice was very interesting, but I don't know. I mean, queen b7, bishop b7, rook b6. Why did I miss such moves? So now I have to take it, right? But then I'm made it anyway. Wow. If this rook sacrifice is winning for black, it's this would be incredible. I mean, it's not desperado. Well, winning is definitely not winning. I had a draw. I went up with the king, and now I'm just dead. I'm just dead. I mean, it's mate. I can't move. If I take it, queen takes his mate. Yeah, and I have to. So let's do it. Yeah, 2 losses against Penguin. Well, this is another very interesting game. I mean, I completely outplayed this program in the opening yet again, but those moves, I'm not really happy with them. They're not doing that much. And here I already lost all of my advantage. Queen here and rook takes. Well, what's the assessment of the position right here? I think rook takes is a draw. But let's ask the engine. Yeah, it's a draw. Rook takes is a draw. I mean, I assume that's the move. Yeah, rook b2. Everything else is mate. So yeah, rook b2, and then I went up. And now it's -6 with rook b8. Yeah, I missed rook b8. This is the first move I missed. I should have accepted the draw. But anyway, it was a very interesting game, to say the least. And thanks for watching. See you next time. Ciao.